Hello, 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 all you beautiful people out there. Ooh! My name is Anastasia McDonald, and welcome to the Real Daddy God Show. Over here, we're learning to be fathered by God through everyday living, because He has said in His love letter to us that I will be a true father to you, and you will be my beloved sons and daughters. Hello, Mommy Topsy. Nice to see you. How are you? So it's a Real Daddy God Show over here. Oh, I'm so excited because today we're ending this series about how to permit yourself to start to dream again. So it's going to be play. Woo, 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 woo. So we're going to be zooming into the concept of play. Hi. And so, hi, Rogers. Lovely to see you. Oh. So I'm so excited here. Woo. So let me just lower this music a little bit. So before we get into it, can I please encourage you to do the normal, to share, please? Do you know anybody who's down in the dumps? Do you know anybody who's feeling depressed, who's feeling sorry? Do you know anybody that they have a dream that they're sitting on and they're not doing anything about it because life happened to them? And so they say, you know what, I cannot be bothered. So please let them come on the show. Hi, Fumi, nice to see you. Today is gonna be fun. So I hope you are ready. So yeah, please tag, please share, please invite. You know that friend that's got an idea and is doing nothing about it, is sitting on that dream. Please invite them along, because I always say, and not that I want to repeat myself, but I know the power of having a video shared, and that can make the world of difference to your life. I am that person. Hi, Oluwatoyin, nice to see you. It's been a long time. Wow. Lovely to see you, Oluwatoyin. How is Mrs.? Yeah, so this is the part 5 and the last in the series of how to permit yourself to start to dream again. Now, all of us know what it is. All of us know what it's like, to have your dreams kind of shattered or something happen. Like I've always been saying in this series, that life does happen to us. Things happen. Like I said to you, last year my mom passed away when I was just about to launch the Real Daddy God Show in March. So we get disappointed, we get betrayed. You may fall pregnant. You may, the money that you were looking to go to do that PhD, that degree, or whatever. Things do happen. We live in a world and we're human. So, but I'm here today, hopefully to encourage you and to inspire you to get up, because, like I said in the beginning, in my intro, that there is something inside of you that the world needs. And I do apologize for my lighting today. I'm not sure what's going on, but you know what? The show must go on. So I'm not going to stop because it's important. So, as I was saying, you have got something that the world needs. And I started, like I said in the intro, by giving you compelling reasons why you need to get up, because somebody needs what you have. You've been wired a certain way to solve a particular problem, a particular complex problem that's out there, and somebody's crying, somebody's weeping, somebody's yelling, somebody's pointing accusing fingers at this daddy God that you did this, but it's not his problem. The problems are in us. They are hidden inside of us, in our abilities, in our interests, in our passions. They're inside of us. So I started by giving these compelling reasons, and then moved on to the fact that we need to give ourselves permission. When things happen to us, we need to give ourselves permission, because we already have permission from Daddy God. Then I moved on to the fact that sometimes we need to slow down. Sometimes we're so too bombarded with social media and too busy that we've forgotten all those dreams, childhood dreams, those passions, those things, those ideas that we want to do. So we need to unplug from social media so we can begin to listen to our hearts, especially our heart. The drum beat, every one of us got a drum beat. Every one of us has got a tune there so we can listen to it and begin to work on it, give it permission. So that was the slowing down. Then I moved on to becoming childlike, which is one of my favorites, becoming childlike, to be able to receive, when you look at children, see how they manifest themselves. You are being children. Hi, Emma. Lovely to see you on the Real Daddy God show. And like I said, I do apologize for the lighting. I don't know what's going on, but the show will go on. And then last week we looked at the imagination, this powerful imagination. This imagination can conjure things to do evil. So look at these weapons of mass destruction, and this was somebody's idea. This is an idea, weapons to destroy. In the same vein, your ideas can change the world. They can change a nation. They can change somebody's life significantly. It can be a matter of life and death. Your ideas, the dreams that Daddy God puts inside of you, and also your ability to dream up. And we looked at the fact that children are able to to just be there and in the imagination. So today the last is looking at play. Okay, let's dance a bit, because that's what being playful is, the ability to release yourself and dance. That's part of it. So I wanted to ask you, especially for those of us who are Christians, and I'm speaking to those of you who watch the replay, because I know most of you don't get the time to join me when I come live. So to those of you who watch the replay, have you ever considered that this Daddy God, and for those of you who know Daddy God or having a relationship with Daddy God, have you ever considered him as a playmate? A playmate. Your playmate and my playmate. You may know him as deliverer, as provider, as a healer, but do you know him as a playmate, your playmate, somebody who plays with you? You see, this is something that is not spoken of. I mean, I've never heard of it in the pulpit. I've never heard of Daddy God being described as a playmate, your playmate, or my playmate. But he is a playmate, and we're going to talk about that later on. So I thought to just throw this question and just to get you thinking about this God being a playmate to you, and who wants to play with you and wants to play with your dreams and inspire you, And we have other people, we have human beings, we have friends that are our playmate and encourage us and inspire us and all that kind of thing. So I just thought to start with that, and then also to move on to what is playfulness. What is playfulness? I know that you and I are intelligent people, but just to get us stirred up again, what do we see as play? Because the honest truth is that sometimes we forget, especially when we start growing up, we start going into the school system, and the school tells you, or the teachers or the institution tells you to stop playing and grow up, So I'd like to ask you, what do you consider to be play? What is play? And let me read some of the things that I got here. I jotted down. So you have fun. You have this faith, the childlike faith. The child has childlike faith. There's the ability to express yourself, right? And there's this freedom to just to be, like I said some episode back or sessions back, this freedom, right? So flexibility, like this pretending, make believe, when children are when the children see how they make believe, right? Make believe, that's playing. Playing also has this element of joy, sheer joy, right? Delight. Think about these: delight, pleasure. When you think about play, think about pleasure, the ability to enjoy, have this pleasure, right? And then also being spontaneous. Think about it, being spontaneous. When you grow up, you have this mind that becomes critical. So even when you have this idea, right, you your self-editing, your self-criticizing. And so that ability to be spontaneous, I beg your pardon, kind of loses itself. And then being authentic, children are authentic. Being playful is being authentic. Authentic is being playful. Playful is being authentic. Authentic is being playful. So think about that. Think about the concept of being authentic, not having to hide or to put a mask, or just being real, right? As I want to be more real and real on the Real Daddy God Show. And then also looking at being connected from your heart rather than your head. So this once again is going back to what do you call it? Is going back to being self-critical or self-editing. So being able to to release things from your heart. And it is such a joy to be able to watch children and just see how they engage and have that playfulness. So this afternoon, beautiful people, we are talking about play as a way to help you, to give you the permission to reawaken and start those dreams again. Let's play. And this is going to be a very short video, but like all my videos, broadcasts, I've tried to cut them down, and hopefully this will be something that will help you and encourage you to get up there. And if you have a friend that you know of, that you can share this video and give it to her and say what, or either you just share what I have done on the past. So anyway, by the way, if you did miss the broadcast, then hi Jake, lovely to see you as always. So if you have missed the previous recordings, then please go to my YouTube channel, which is the Real Daddy God Show with Anastasia McDonald, and that's my YouTube channel, the Real Daddy God Show with Anastasia McDonald. So I'm just finishing. Hi Macrine, hi, lovely to see you as well. So I've just finished describing what play is and playfulness is, and hopefully we can go there. So the next thing I want to talk about is what are those things? What are the beliefs? What are the negative beliefs surrounding play? And like today, a lot of people are not on this show simply because of what I'm going to share with you, or what I want to ask you. What are your beliefs surrounding play? And unfortunately, play seems to be relegated to only children. If you're a child, then it's acceptable to play. But as soon as you start going to school, you get all these things being thrown at you that grow up, behave yourself, is inappropriate. Some of the things like what he was that you're being is trivial, you're being frivolous, you're being immature, you're being unproductive, and it's anti-intellectual, and it's counter to serious learning. So gradually we begin to adopt these beliefs that we need to leave play and playfulness to childhood, and we need to grow up and to be serious. But this is far from the truth. Science has proven, hi Joyce, lovely to see you, has proven that play is so essential to our well-being. It's so essential to creativity. It's so essential to social living. In fact, I've got some quotes here, if I can read them to you. Listen to what this says. This is by Brian Edgar, the author of The God Who Plays, and he says play is the essential and ultimate form of relationship with God. And Macrine and Jake, you missed it when I said that I asked the question, have you ever thought of Daddy God, whoever you call him, being your playmate? And as soon as I asked this question, some people switched off, because I'm like, are you for real? Well, what do you mean that God can be a playmate? Because this thing is never spoken about. But if fathers, I'm asking, if fathers, right? If fathers and mothers play with their children, hi Lisa C. If fathers and mothers play with their children, why would we think that this Daddy God doesn't play with us? As a matter of fact, let's go there. In the beginning, this world is the biggest playground for Daddy God. If you look at the earth, the earth, heaven and earth, creation is so illustrative of his playful nature. Daddy God is the most playful person. Look at children. Look at children, how they, yes, even look at children. Who taught children to gurgle, to do certain things that we go, oh, cool. What about animals? Have you seen, hi, Lisa, so have you ever seen animals at play? Have you seen nature at play? Have you seen the galaxy at play? When you see a shooting star, do you only see it through the science lens, like a scientific phenomenon? Is that how you only see it? And if you know what you believe affects how you see. But could a shooting star be one of his playfulness, the playful nature or his characteristic? Or when you see the stars twinkling at night, do you just see that as and I'm sorry, I really apologize for the lighting. This at the last minute it just has gone. I don't know what's going on, but we're rocking, we're playing. So the stars that twinkle at nighttime, have you ever thought that perhaps this is Daddy God playing? Or do you just see it as a scientific phenomenon? What about the rainbow? When it rains and this beautiful bow comes in the sky, have you ever considered the fact that this be, you know, apart from obviously the promise behind it saying that he's not going to destroy the world again, but have you ever thought that perhaps that this is his way of playing, of painting this rainbow? Because, you know, this Daddy God, he's about relationships. So anything to draw us closer to him, he's game. Have you thought about your talents, your abilities, your interests, his way of engaging with you in playfulness? So your talents, your abilities, your inclinations, have you thought about that? Hi, Adejimo. Thank you for joining me live this afternoon. Have you considered that being his playfulness and his way of wanting to engage with you through playfulness? Now, when you, especially when you have a good friend or you have a good mate like you guys, you know, when you connect with one another, you know, your guards are down, especially if you have a real good relationship with some, hi, Amos. And if you have a good relationship with somebody, your guards are down. So you're able to just be yourself. So why would you not think that this Daddy God may not want to play with you through your desires? So let me read what Jake Hess says here. He says, our inability to maintain our playfulness is the reason why many become moody and are not interested to be with as they age. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. In fact, I have a quote here, Jake. I have a quote here. And for those of you who are watching now and for the replay, listen to this quote. It says, it's a quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. And it says, men do not quit playing because they grow old. They grow old because they quit playing. Let me read that again. Men do not quit playing because they grow old. They grow old because they quit playing. Have you thought about that? So what you're saying, Jake, you're so on point. You're so on point. And another thing I wanted to bring here is, unfortunately, Christianity, the church does not model playfulness. It doesn't matter. I love my Christian sisters and brothers, but, you know, the truth has to be told. You know, we've been told that, you know, Christianity is seriousness, especially when it comes to talking about holiness. That holiness means being a certain posture, having a certain posture and having a way to talk. And that is so far from the truth. How can this God be so serious that he will make all these funny animals, that he would create people with the gift of comedy? Some people are wired to be funny. So how can we look at God as some rigid, strict, serious guy? Now, I'm not saying that in life there's no part for seriousness. Yes, there is, but we should never let go of play. Play makes the world go round. And I have another quote here, and this is by Vince Vince Gilmore. I hope I've got his name correct. And the quote is, he says, "Play prepares children of today to be the innovative thought leaders of tomorrow." Play prepares the children of today to be the innovative thought leaders of tomorrow. Now you look at all the technology, oh my gosh, technology, technology, the advances that are here. How do you think they came into being? Somebody must have sat down to play, to let everything go, let their guards down, and just play, whether it be play on paper. Hi, Queen Stella, nice to see you, my lovely queen. Macrin says it's too serious. Our Christianity is so unrealistic, making God like a hard, wicked headmaster. Thank you very much, Macrin. That's what we portray God. We portray God as if he's a wicked, hard master. And you know what? That breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart, because that's far, far, far from the truth. And the Bible tells us, his love letter tells us that if you, evil parents, know how to give good things to your children, if you, evil parents, know how to give good things to your children, then how much more God? So if you, evil parents, know how to play with your children, you know how to buy toys for your children, you know how to decorate your room, especially, babies, you fill their rooms with so much toys and all that. And by the way, who gave the toy makers their ideas to create toys, by the way? Who gave the inspiration? Who gave the ideas for all these amazing and invented, toys out there? Daddy God. So if he wasn't a playful guy, would you have those ideas? Look at the sky. The sky is blue. That's playful. He could have made it anyway. Look at him. He makes trees green. Look at autumn. The colors are all these browns and reds and orange. They change colors. Look at summertime. Look at the flower. Look at the unlimited flowers that are out there. They're endless. The shapes. Daddy God. He is a playful. Look at the shapes. Look at the different skin tones we have there. If Daddy God wasn't playful, why won't we have different skin tones? And unfortunately, society and whatever has made skin tone a very negative thing. But really, it should be something that all of us should be embracing and celebrating, playfulness of our skin tones, And who came about with, look at this wallpaper here. The wallpaper that I hear, that's somebody's idea. Somebody sat down and designed this wallpaper at night. It's absolutely amazing. You don't really see it on camera, but I don't know how I can do this, but one day, hopefully, maybe I can get it closer. But it's got glitter in it. Somebody sat down, and you've got dream big, and you've got life is beautiful, and you've got love there, and somebody's played with they use the imagination to play. Why are we so rigid, Christians, my Christian brothers and sisters? Why are we allowing the world, those that we say that we know God, where is our joyful, playful attitude? Where is it? And then you want them to come to God. You want them to come to a God that is not playful. You yourself, you're not playful. You're rigid in everything, and you're saying they should come and know God. I wouldn't want to know that God if you're presenting him to me. If you present that rigid God, but if you are playful in your manner, like I was playing this music. The music, the background music I have is called "It Makes Me Happy." It makes me happy, and it's by DJ Quads, and I'm going to just increase it for just a second for you to hear. Woo! Woo! Did you get that? Woo! Somebody's made a song. It's called "It Makes Me Happy." It makes me happy. So where are the Christian brothers and sisters? Does every song have to be worship, or praise. I don't even know. What is worship? When you play, you're worshiping God. You're worshiping Him. When you're designing, you're worshiping Him, right? Whatever you do that brings out what you call you are playing and worshiping. So why are we leaving? We sit there and we accuse those out there. And they say they're making derogatory music. But where is your music? Where is your music? Where is your playfulness? Where's the playfulness in your design? Where's the playfulness in your voice? Where's the playfulness in your thoughts and all that? Where's your play for crying out loud? The church sometimes can be the most boring place if they're not if they're not doing fasting and pray and they're not doing just praise and worship. Apart from that, then there's nothing to really show that Christianity, a relationship with Daddy God, is the best thing that ever happened for life, you know. So if we're not doing praise and worship where people are dancing, right, or we're not doing, then apart from, let's take out that. So if you take out the praise and worship and you take out the fasting, then you tell me, Christian brothers and sisters, what is there that is so attractive, that makes this Daddy God attractive, that the world will want to know Him? You tell me. We need to really, you know, we need to analyze our beliefs and see whether they align with the totality, the true totality, the nature and the character of this Daddy God. Because you look at your homes, you like to decorate your homes, right? You like to decorate with beautiful stuff, colorful stuff, or whatever your design is. You like to do that. So why would you think that Daddy God is any less a person, that He wouldn't want us to be, you know, to be expressed? And, you know, and I know that, you know, all of us have different personalities. So some of us are quiet, but look, let me tell you something. I may be quiet, but you know what? I am taking back my playfulness, my creativity. I'm taking it back, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to be the playful person that Daddy God designed me to be. Because if I don't, I'm living outside. Hi, Akosia. Lovely to see you. It is saying, Obian here. So just greeting Akosia in our native land, Ghanaian language, saying, how is she and how's the family? You know, so if we don't live this joyful, and I'm not saying that, you know, like life, yes, life does happen to us, but please look at the unbelievers out there. They seem to be doing a better job than us children of God. They seem to be doing a better job. Come on, guys. Come on, people of God. Come on, children of God. Come on, Daddy God's children. Come on, Anastasia. Come on, Anastasia. Come on, Queen Anastasia. Come on. Let loose. Let loose. You know, He said the Word of God tells us to be like our Daddy, right? And we need to be colorful like Him. We need to be joyful like Him. So let me read what Jake here says. He says, let me load this music. It says, one reason why some husbands chase after young girls is because they no longer see the playfulness and happiness they see in the young girls in their wife at home. Playfulness attracts. Thank you very much. Here, here, here. Here, here, women. Here, here, wives. Here. We need to be, what do you call it? Just because you're a wife doesn't mean that your life now comes to an end. So what? So you're more than a wife. You're more than a wife. You're Daddy God's girl, daughter. You're a daughter of a king, of the king. You're a princess. You're a queen. So the wifey bit is just a small role of you. So I really feel passionate about this, about playing, especially because Christians, we have these weird beliefs, weird doctrines that that have been fed into our psyche, that we feel that we don't realize that we're in a prison. We don't realize that we're in a straight jacket. You know, we don't realize, and so we think that that we, you know, you can't do, you know. Let me ask you a question. Can I ask for you a question? For those of you who go to church, how many times have you had a comedian, a show, maybe a Saturday show, that you've invited a comedian just to come and get you to laugh? And I'm not talking about comedians that come and share crude or rude, you know, jokes, but clean, fun, Or let's say you've organized an event just an event to be happy. What about an event? Organize an event where we're just going to be children. We're just going to be free. And, I went on the internet. Let me show you. I went on the internet and looked at some of the companies, their playroom. So let me show you. I almost forgot. So let me show you this. I've managed to get these pictures. 1 second, please. So here are some pictures that I got from a couple of companies, and I'm looking for. So this is Google Office here. I hope you can see it. I do beg your pardon. And they've got here a let me go down a bit. So they've got a golf course there. They've got a pod there where they do the meeting. And they've got a big teddy bear there. Can you see that? They've got a big teddy bear. You tell me. Teddy bear. A teddy bear in the office. And they've got this sofa there. So that's one there. Another one is this one. This is, they've got, this is a chess hanging up, what's it called? The chess game hanging upside down. And they've got the arcade there. And they've got these tires that you sit on. That's in the office. Play. Come on, people. Children of God. Another one is this one. Look at that. That's a playroom, and it says quiet place, and it's got a golf course there. Somebody dreamed that up, and it's in the office. We're crying out loud. We can have this in churches. We can have this in church. Just relax. Just be children. Daddy God says, unless you become like children. Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you? Thank you for joining me live. Another one is this one. Look at that. I hope you can see it. So they've got the, what's this called again? The billiard game. And that's a swing. Here's the swing. This lady is on a swing in the office. They call these cool office break rooms. The playgrounds of adults. The playground of adults. So there's got a swing there. Oh gosh, let me go. What else do we have? Sorry, something's come up here. All right. And another one here. Let me see, one more. Look at that. There's a whole place dedicated to PlayStation. This is the companies. So, please enlighten me. And these companies, I obviously cannot prove it. But I don't believe that they're Christians, but they are playing. They put play in their workplace. So what about you and I? I want to read you another quote that says, it is never too late to have a happy childhood. It is never too late to have a happy childhood. And Amos says, children these days are not creative at all. Yes, Amos, you were not here in the previous recordings like what that I did. Then the reason why this is happening is because when children start going to school, they start being fed with that, it's not cool. It's not cool to play. You need to, you're told to grow up. If you're daydreaming, they'll tell you, will you stop daydreaming? As a matter of fact, for all of you who've got children who are daydreamers, let me tell you, they are the next innovators. They are the next Bill Gates. So please don't tell them to stop daydreaming. Don't hit them on the head and tell them, stop daydreaming, stop them. These children are seeing things. They are drumming up ideas in their minds, and if only you would encourage them in that aspect. Look at their inclinations, take them to special schools or after schools, and help them awaken and groom and grow and nurture that creative. They are highly intelligent, spatially intelligent, especially children who do a lot of daydreaming. And because the school system is not catered to cater for this, and they end up being bored in school. So, and I want to say to parents, especially when schools start to, maybe they begin to label your children as having attention, what's it called? Attention, AAD and HDAD and all those things. Please don't be quick to take those labels, because children are wired differently. I'm just looking at my time here. Every child is unique. Every child is totally unique. So sometimes the school system, rather than in nurturing, they are suffocating their uniqueness. They are suffocating, and because they begin to be labeled and stifled and you know what it is. If you're not in your DNA, a fish that is taken out of water, they're going to suffocate. It's going to splutter. So your child may be spluttering and being suffocated because the school system doesn't understand their uniqueness. They don't have the knowledge or the equipment and all that to understand the unique. Look, this daddy God has made each and every one unique. Nobody is the same. So please don't be in a hurry to adopt a label that is pushed on your child just because maybe they may be fidgeting, or that maybe because they're fidgeting all the time, because they are people who they need to make things with their hands. They're kinesthetic. They may be sports people. It's not because they're misbehaving. It's just because daddy God has wired their body to be in movement more, because they are made to swim or to run or to all those kinesthetic activities. Stella says that put play in the workplace to make the workers relax and increase productivity. Thank you very much. That's exactly what they're there for. They are put there to increase creativity and increase productivity, and that means more profit for them. So what about yourself? What about yourself? What about your needs? So I've talked about the aversion to play. So the church can be damaging in that respect, because they only see this, they think that daddy God is a serious guy, but he is far, 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 far. Look at, like I said, look at nature, look at creation, look at everything else, and you will see that he is the most playful person you can ever encounter. And the reason why you haven't I beg your pardon, the other reason why you haven't known him that way is because of what has been fed into your mind about this God. So he is all the time wanting to play with you, wanting to play through your interests. So for example, sometimes when I sit down to read, I'll say to daddy God, oh my gosh, like yesterday I was reading this book. I don't know where I put it right now. I was reading this children's book. And I was going like, oh my days, oh daddy God, this is beautiful, oh this is lovely, you're playing with him, so please, we're talking about how we can permit ourselves to start to dream again. We need to be playful. So I have a friend, and anytime, I know what her dream is and she knows what my dream is. So anytime she calls, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, anytime she calls, I speak to her as if she is that dream. I speak to her, and she also addresses me as if I have accomplished that dream, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. So you could be doing like that. You could do things like that with your friends to just begin to awaken this ability to dream again, because we need your dreams. I won't be able to talk to you on this camera if somebody hadn't dreamed of the mobile phone and all the apps that are on, and Facebook and so on. I always go on about Mark Zuckerberg, because he's the biggest thing that has been able to connect the world and make it a small place. So what are the benefits? The benefits of play is that it liberates us from restrictions and inhibitions. It restricts us from, I'm going to bring this up again. You see here, I have a tattoo on my arm, and I'm showing again. I have a tattoo on my arm of two flowers. The flowers represent my mom. So they're two lilies, and these are leaves. I don't know if you can see it. And the reason why I got this because I wanted to remember my mom in a very special way. Someone will say that, well, can't you do it anywhere else? No, this is what I choose. I choose to wear my mom on my skin. And the world, I'm sorry, my nose is I didn't realize my nose is occurred. The world, the church has talked about that tattooing is sinful, is a sin. Excuse me. Do you wear makeup? Do you put makeup on? Do you put things on the wall? Do you design your home? Do you paint your house? You're putting something somewhere. So how does tattoo become a sin? It's not a sin. Go and read it properly. So I have two beautiful flowers and some leaves that remind me of my mom. My mom's name is Lily. So these are lilies on my skin. You know, because some people have been asking. There are two lilies on my skin, and they decided that especially the last month was the 1 year anniversary since he passed away. I thought that this is the way I want to remember her, close to my skin. There's nothing wrong with tattoos. You know, so this is, I'm being playful. I'm liberating myself from all these nonsense restrictions that pardon me my language, but you know what, the people that are mostly in prison are Christians. We have all these beliefs restricting us, and you're not allowed to be who you are. Thank you so much, Amos. You say, oh, so Amos says, I lost my mom and I have a name tattooed on my chest. Close to, oh, wow, amazing, yay, amazing. You know, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't realize, Amos, I didn't realize how painful tattooing is. If somebody, sorry, my ears come out, don't worry about my earring. If somebody had told me that how painful it was, I'm like, I don't know, but anyway. So it's still going through the healing process. Yeah. Hi, Paul. Yes. So play is so important. So I thought, what are some of the ways that we can begin to be playful again? How about like, I have this music. How about just dancing to music? How about maybe coming together with a friend and say, like, no, you're my play partner and you're responsible, I'm accountable, that anytime I'm going back into religion, then get me out of it. So I thought about the idea of having play sleepovers for adults. Play sleepovers. So organize guys, so guys, you can have you can convert maybe a room into a tent, and have your, what do you call it, the what's that thing called, the torchlight, and have your dinner in the, look, use your imagination, be playful. I thought for the women, so we can have sleepovers, so a group of women can come together, you can have a pajama party. Oh my gosh, my time is almost up. A pajama party, right? You could do that. You can be dance with your partner. You can do post-it notes, with your post-it note challenge. Who can finish the quickest, who can come up with ideas. So go buy post-it note, different colors, and meet with your friends and come up with ideas. What about playing board games, construction games, especially for guys, construction games? What about wrestling games? Just chill, relax. Just do arm wrestling, do play fighting with your children or with your husband. Tickle yourselves, do boo, do take pictures like this. Take pictures, take that. Just relax, chill, just enjoy life. If you don't make it happen, it's 1:45, but just give me an extra 5 minutes, please, because feel so passionate. If you don't make it happen, who's going to make it happen? And the thing is that we need your dreams. Look, somebody, like I said, somebody is pointing fingers at Daddy God and accusing him that you made my child die. But you see, the answers, this God has put the answers already in the world. They are in you and I. They are there. And like I said last time, they're in seed form. So we need to be able to capture them, because they come and they go. And you also, he's given us the brain and the mind, the ability to stir up ideas, different ideas. I told you that, oh yes, before I forget, another thing you can do, I bought this, there was a time when I was going through a dark period, and I bought this thing of, it's called Simple Blessings, and it's a coloring book. It's scriptures and inspirations to color your world. And so I ended up started coloring these scriptures. And so let me show you. That's one. This one says grow in grace. So I bought them. They're plain and you color. Grow in grace. This one says give thanks and be grateful. Give thanks and be grateful. Another one is you shall be like a well-watered garden. A well-watered garden. yeah, so buy this thing and start coloring. This one says trust in the Lord with all your heart. And I bought this off the internet and printed them and just started coloring just to, to help me. This is what another one said, all with God all things are possible. So you can buy these off the, hi Indira, almost done. So this is yeah, you can buy them from, what do you call it? Let me see, what's the name again? What's the name again? Oh gosh, because we gotta go. I don't want to take your time. She's called Carla. I'll put it down. I'll put the information down below. But if you go there and type Simple Blessings Coloring Book, Scriptures and Inspiration to Color Your World. And so these are some of the things that, I have been doing. I also have this, what do you call this diary thingy? And I bought it from Paper Chase, and every day it's got something to do. It's very, very good. Let me show you. What's today? Today is 2nd of March. I haven't looked at today's 2nd March. 2nd March says, oh gosh, where is it? Open. Oh, well, but just look. This has got different, what do you call it? It says, learn a new skill, organize photo. Every day it's got something different at the top. Every day, and it's called 365 days happy. 365 days happy. And every day there's something you can do. It's at the top there. Every day it tells you to do something different. So that's another thing. You can buy this and look at what it tells you to do. Here it says have a tech break. Have a tech break. So guys, look, we need your dreams. And the master needs your dream. We need to go out there and make a difference. So this is the last in this series, how to permit yourself to start to dream again. And like I said, I started by giving companion reasons why you want to start to dream again. Then I moved on to the fact that you need to give yourself permission, because Daddy God has already given me permission. What has happened. Don't tie yourself. Don't say that I will never ever pick up my pen and draw. I used to tell myself that I would never ever go there again. I don't want to hear about art. I don't want to hear about design. I don't want to hear about drawing. I don't want to do, pick yourself up. Then I moved on to the fact that we need to slow down. And then I moved on to becoming childlike. And then last week was imagination. And the last today is about play. So we're going to end. Woo! So please, if you have any suggestions, any comments below, put them down below, or you can send an email to me at therealdaddygirlshow@gmail.com, @therealdaddygirlshow@gmail.com. Or if you missed any of the broadcasts, then please go to my YouTube channel at The Real Daddy Girl Show with Anastasia McDonald. And I just hope that you have had a encouraging 5 weeks with me here in this subject. So please share. And so let's dance. It's time to dance. It is time to dance. Okay, let's go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Woo! Woo! Thank you so much. Bye everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me live on The Real Daddy Girl Show. I hope you've been blessed. Share the love, spread the love, and have a wonderful afternoon. But for me, like I said, I said to my friend, I'm warning you, you're going to be seeing a totally different Anastasia. I'm going back to who I really am. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Woo. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.